What's up? This is SP from Mars and Medj. Yo, you know we did a whole recording and I didn't press the audio on the interface. So you know what happened? We had to do this again. Yo!
It's all good though. We in the building. Joe Grammar.
That's right,
my man.
Mars
and Medj, man.
Yo, this is the coolest brother I know because he's been like, yo, I'm out. But he said, yo, all right, cool. We just do it again. Yo, this brother right here is cool. Just like his music, everything is popping.
You ready? Come on.
I got Joe Grammar in the building. He's here on Arts and Medj. We doing it right this time. This is what it's all about. Hey, yo, that song, Bag, is fire.
Thanks, man.
That song is fire. That's what caught my attention. I have a friend who's a friend of yours, and I happened to see you on his Facebook, and I was like, okay, let me check him out because he be having a lot of nice artists, you know, up and coming artists on his Facebook. So I said, let me check. First of all, the name alone, I said Joe Grammar. That's very catchy. So I went to the YouTube spot, and I was like, yo, that's fire.
Good looks.
That's fire. I was, you know, I heard the lyrics, the music, and I started vibing right away. Yo, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Man, I'm Joe Grammar. I grew up in Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. Times was rough back then when I was on my uprising back in East New York in 2005. There's a lot of crime, killings, and police brutality and stuff like that. That's how I know Peso. We grew up together in East New York. Okay. And we basically overcame some obstacles together, so that's how we became tight. For real. But basically I started making music at a very early age, but it was mostly for myself. It was for to get me out of moods or into a mood. Okay. But personally, like it was personal music. Right. And basically I just started releasing music because, you know, people was like, you should release it. Like, I want to hear it too. So I just started releasing music recently. Like I'll say about 7 months ago, and we in December 2017. So I'll say 7 months ago I started releasing to the public. And I made the genre trip hop for the music that I do now. Like
trip hop, that's dope.
Word.
That's dope, and it definitely sounds sort of trippy, like you know. I remember back in the days with the hippies and everything like that. I got that nice, the
vibe, yeah. Come on.
That dope vibe. How did you know what made you think to come about to create something like that?
I just started, well, like I said, at an early age, I started listening to music. Like my pops was just heavy into hip hop, mad heavy into hip hop. He was like deep into hip hop. So as a kid, that's all I had to hear. Like I guess that influenced me right there, because I guess if I had something else to hear, that's probably what I would have been into. But yeah, so hip hop was all I had to hear. I was listening to Tupac, I was listening to Biggie Smalls, I was listening to New York, like 50 Cent, and who else? Jay-Z. Okay. So I had took from that, and now I thought I was a hip hop rapper. I moved like a hip hop artist. So growing up and stuff like that, I kind of got distracted from the music because life was taking its toll on me, and as I was growing up and like trying to figure out who I was. So
Brooklyn can do that.
Yeah, Brooklyn could definitely do that to you. Like you got to have your head straight for Brooklyn, like, and it make you stronger. Like what don't kill you make you stronger. Like for real. True. So let me get back to it. I had moved to Florida to get out of the environment that I was in, so I won't be synced in. Okay. So while I was out there, I realized that the slums in Florida was like worse than New York. So I was at a crossroads. I'm like, man, I can't just get out of a situation. I got to figure out what I could do for myself. And my OG, my dad was just telling me, you got to focus. Like, focus is the only way you're gonna get it. Like you see all the people that you listen to, like you listen to their songs, you feeding to listen to their songs. Those dudes is focused. They're one of the most focused people on the planet. So once I realized that and I became mature and I was able to listen to people, like I was able to really listen and pick up stuff. Right. Then everything changed from there. I just started figuring out how I could be more focused in his music stuff and take it to the next level.
How you doing, brother? This does not taste like French toast to me. Well, you know what? I'll go in the back. We got a chef piece directly from France. Really? Yeah, I'll bring him right to you. All right. Thank you. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Blicky in the Maybach, in the shooter, go way back. Oh, we stretched out, 2 plus 2, baby. Oh, Spain, shoes, playing games.
Did you happen to go to any type of school that would help you out with this?
Yeah, I went to I went to a charter school, so it was like a public school. So it was like hell being there. I didn't really want to be in a charter school because it was just plain, it was bland. Like, and I was never the type because I was always an artist. I just didn't realize that till I like got towards the end of 8th grade, and my art teacher, he had put me on. He was like, "Yeah, you got to go to an art school. Don't let the talent go to waste." So I went to high school in art and design. That's in the city on 59th Street. A lot of people in the music culture graduated from there, like A$AP Ferg and Fabulous and stuff like that, and brand owners like Michael Kors, and I can't remember everything off the top of the head, but yeah. So it's like a beacon of art there. So I was excited to go there. Okay. And then while I was in there, I was just using all of the resources I could, being that it was art school. They had a studio in there. They had photography rooms and stuff like that. They had, and the teachers. That's what I'm saying. So this is the time where I was able to like get some stuff out of people, because before I was just like rebellious. I didn't want to hear nothing. Like it was ignorant. It was ignorant. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So the art school helped me. It gave me opportunity to solidify the music. I was able to actually record and make a track. Okay, it kept you something that kept you interested. Yeah, basically. Like it gave me the opportunity to actually make music. Like before, I was just making music, but it wasn't real. Okay. So that helped me a lot. The high school, and I also went. I was in college too. Okay. I was in college for like 6 months in 2016 after I graduated from high school. I was doing auto engineering in college, actually. Mm-hmm. So after I picked up the juice from the auto engineering, I was like, yo, this school stuff is cool and all, like it's great. But the focus that I had, it didn't go together. Like me being in school was taking time away from me building myself. Right. That's how I really felt. So what I was doing is I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just stay here for 6 months and make sure I learn everything I can out of auto engineering, and that's what I did. Okay. So then you do your own music then? Right. You put your own beats together and everything. Right, but at that time, I was just learning all of this stuff. I was like absorbing all of it because I knew I wasn't going to stay in school forever. So I was trying to absorb everything I can learn type shit, like while I was there. Mm-hmm. So then once the whole time I was making money selling art. Like I was selling logos. I was selling, it was all graphic design stuff because that was my major in high school. So that's what paid the bills at the time. But when I had the opportunity to leave school, I was dumping a lot of money into the studio in Brooklyn. And that wasn't really helping the big picture, like my goals. So I started taking that money and just buying equipment for myself, like a Mac computer that cost thousands of dollars. I bought an MPC. I started buying production equipment so I could produce my own beats and all of that. Where another thing that inspired that is just like you can't wait for a handout, and that's right. Real. Like if you are listening to this, you can't. Like you gotta figure out how you could set yourself up to win. Like, right. I see that you like really have an entrepreneur mind. Like you would prefer to do things yourself, and as you said, not to hand out. So what you learned in the art and design school, you started doing logos and selling it and getting money like that. That's great. And then to take it and to put it right back into something that you really want to do, that's dope. Right. That's dope. Yeah, I learned the entrepreneur stuff from, I guess, my dad. He was a big entrepreneur dude, and I admired him, so I was just looking at his moves he made. Right. I'll be honest. Do you think, we was just talking about Brooklyn, okay, and you was talking about East New York, back in the days. What keeps you focused now? And how old are you, by the way? I'm 20. Okay. What keeps you focused at the age of 20? And not distracted, because there's a lot. I mean, we live in Brooklyn, so you know what it is already. What keeps you focused and not distracted to keep doing what you're doing? Because again, your music sounds great. Thank you. So what keeps you focused to keep doing that at your age? Real talk. The two things that keep me focused is me like learning to be aware of what's going on around me. That helps with me being focused, because like as long as I'm aware, like I don't fall into certain pits, because I could jump over the pits instead of falling into it. Well, that's one thing, being aware. Another thing that helped me be focused is like looking at the bigger picture. Like that bigger picture is so pretty to me that I'm gonna keep chasing it. Like it's just so beautiful to me. I need that picture in my life. So the big picture keeps me focused. So for real. So you see that pot of gold at the end of the tunnel. Word, and I need that. Like period. Right. How did you come up with the name Joe Grammar? Is that your name, or how did you come up with that? Well, very catchy. All right, I'm Alright, I'm gonna put you on. It's an RMED exclusive.
Okay.
My real name is Knowledge.
Okay.
My government name. My dad gave me that name because he was a 5% or whatever. So
time out. I don't want to cut you off. No disrespect. I relate. When I grew up, they called me powerful.
So
I was
you know
a
the
5%
mathematics.
too. I used to go to 125th all the time. So there we go. So go ahead, man. My brother.
Yeah. So that's how I got the name. So when I was in school growing up, it would just be like going to school was a nuisance because people would annoy me for the name. Like instead of like uplifting me for it, like they'll make fun of my name or whatever. Or when I got to high school, when I got out of 8th grade and I got to high school, everybody was they just wanted to be around me just because my name was Knowledge. So then at that time, I'm like, yo, do I want to just abuse my name or do I want to like build? So I'm like, I'm gonna call myself at the Average Joe. I'm gonna start off as the Average Joe. Like, so these people only know me as the Average Joe.
Right.
They don't know the intelligence behind anything or anything. Like, they don't know anything.
Right.
So if they gravitate towards it, then they actually do it organically, like, because they like it. Like, so that's how I started. I was like, my name is the Average Joe, and I wrote a lot. I used to. In high school, I used to walk around with books, like multiple books. Like I had to carry my notebooks for school, and I would just carry 3 notebooks in my bag just with lyrics and bars that I would get a feeling I would just write something, keep writing. Like, so I was like, Joe Grammar, like I'm into the grammar of my writing, like my lyrics. So that's how it came up, and I ran with it because it sounded good, and it became one of my ad-libs, so couldn't get rid of it.
I knew there was something deeper behind that name. I
got the exclusive, man. Joe Grammar.
My man. See, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Yo, the name alone is so catchy, and when you put the music to the name, yo, it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big, and that's exactly why we had to do this before you become famous,
right?
Because you're gonna get there, and when we say famous, I don't want everyone to get it twisted. We're not
we're not
fame.
doing it for clout.
We're not doing that. You know, we going after them ducats though.
Hell yeah.
But it's not about that famous stuff that we all hear about. Would you collaborate with someone in the future, or are you collaborating with people right now?
I mean,
have a little team or something.
Well, the team that I have right now is more on the back end of my visuals and stuff like that. But artist-wise, I do have an artist that I work closely with. His name is Just Joe, and he's on a Beretta song with me. Like, he just comes to me with crazy concepts, and I'll be like, that's kind of dope.
Right,
that's how it always works. Like, he'll be like, yo, I'll be looking at it, because I like to proofread stuff before I jump myself into it or get involved with it. Okay. So I'll be listening to it, I'm like, it's dope. So he just be bringing me dope concepts, and we just be crushing stuff. So if you search Joe Grammar on YouTube, you're gonna run into something with me and Just Joe. But other than that, like in the future, I'm always down to collaborate if it works, if it fits. Because then you work with each other, y'all both win. Like
you better believe it.
Right.
You better believe it. 2 heads are better than one.
Or it gives you a better chance to win because it's 2 minds together. Like
right.
Simple stuff.
How long you said you've been doing rapping into the industry? Not in the industry basically, but into the art of hip hop.
The art. I've been in the art of music since I was 8. Okay. Like me solidifying myself as the art of hip hop, I've been doing for like 7 months because that's when I started taking it seriously and started really moving as like a professional artist. Like I got my ASCAP together. I got my productions together. Like everything is in house like that. I got everything together to solidify me. Like the 7 months ago, like I haven't been doing that all this time. Like I just been making music for myself. Right. So you could say this docking back to 7 months ago. What is that? Around May? Okay. May 2017, and we end in 2017 right now.
And you already got your ASCAP and stuff like that?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
A lot of people won't be thinking like that.
Listen, ASCAP is mad important. Like it's basically telling people that you're a professional artist, like you're a professional musician. You got to carry yourself like that. Like no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna do it for you. And if you don't have it, they'll try to beat you in the head. ASCAP. Just Google it.
Right.
Google it. I'm not gonna go too much on ASCAP.
What do you think about the business aspects of being a rapper? You know, all of the political stuff about it.
Honestly, and I know music changed over time. Like the music industry changed like crazy over time. But honestly, the way it is now today, I personally think it's bogus, like, because the stuff that happens behind doors is just a bunch of ignorant stuff, and it's like people trying to get over. So, in my opinion, the only way to go is independent. Like,
create your own lane.
Yeah, create your own lane. That's the only way. And nowadays, it's mad lucrative. Like, you could be a millionaire if being independent. So why not?
And you don't have to have nobody pulling your strings.
Yeah, like,
that's dope.
Especially corrupt people pulling your strings. So it's even worse. Like, so you might as well just go independent.
Do you have somebody like a manager or anybody like that helping you out?
Man, I'm a one-man army right now. I need a manager. I need a manager, no doubt.
Check out his music. Check out his music. He says he needs a manager. You guys need to really check out his music.
Yeah, BD.
Check out his music. Where do you think you're gonna go with this? How far do you think you're gonna take this? You know, as far as the music is concerned.
The first step is making that trip hop genre a household brand. Hopefully, I see myself in the future with trip hop a household name brand. Also, like other big artists making trip hop genre music. Like that's where I really see myself, and I also see myself doing stadiums. Like, I would love that on some Bow Wow stuff. Like, Bow Wow was selling out stadiums.
Trip hop, you hear it here first.
Yeah, first, come on.
You hear it here first. I don't want no one to be talking about in the future. Right here, this man is branding trip hop right here. Joe Grammar, he's branding it right here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But my ultimate goal is, like, as a kid, like like I said, I was making music for myself. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I just want to I want to bring out people, like, I want it to be genuine, like, because you want to be there, not because I'm famous, because you want to listen to the music, like, that's why you're there. Because I remember listening to, like, Bow Wow and stuff, and, like, I would see the videos, and, like, those people loved that. They loved him, like, they just loved that, man. He was selling out arenas, like, come on. Shout out to Bow Wow, man.
Peace, right? Shout out to all of those that
came innovators
before. Exactly, that came before, definitely. What about in the future, as far as getting older, because you know what happens with, you know, rap artists is they get older. What do you think about that? You know, what will you be doing when you get of age? And you think you would still be doing something, doing the same thing, or would be something a little different? Since you are, as I'm concerned, you're the first person I heard about with trip hop. So do you think that you'll be creative with it and create more lanes with it?
Yeah, definitely. That was the whole goal, to create more lanes with the one thing. Because I feel like the trip hop, me branding that as a brand, I feel like that was like planting a little seed, because it'll open up doors for certain stuff. Like even me as a person, like I said, I do audio engineering, I do producing, and I'm a songwriter myself. So with all of that under a trip hop brand, there's so many like places you can go with it. Like, that's why in the future I feel like it'll be secured. As long as I'm putting the footwork now, it'll be secure, because there's so much lanes as into, like,
right.
Essential lanes like production and audio engineering and songwriting, and that lasts forever, right? Those stuff lasts forever. Like,
music ain't going nowhere.
No time soon.
So yeah, music is definitely not going nowhere. It will be here for you to keep creating that good stuff, man.
For lifetimes.
Yep. Let me ask you a question. I'm a married man, but anyway, what's up with your relationships and everything like that? You in a good wholesome relationship, or are you chilling?
That's unknown information. We're gonna have to leave it as unknown information for today. Okay.
Facts.
But I will tell you, you can follow me on Instagram. Any females, Joe_Grammar_ on Instagram, all that. I
hope you hear that, ladies.
Come on.
Follow this man right now. The music is dope. The man is definitely going places. I hope y'all hear this.
And you could DM me. I DM back. I'm not one of those. I'll DM back like, gotta write back.
No doubt. Okay. In the future, do you think about having a family?
Nah, definitely. As long as the love is there and the support is there 100%. Like, they both got to be 100%.
Right.
You gotta be down 300% for me to even deal with you. That's how it is, like.
Right.
I'm gonna find that though.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, you moving the right way. You definitely moving the right way. You talking to an old head right now. You definitely got your head on your shoulders the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? Your pops and your mom did a very good job, man. I will say that. So do you think about doing other things besides music? Like, let's say which I don't think, I pretty much doubt it, because you definitely got some fire and some heat. If the music wasn't to work out for you, is there anything else that you would think about doing?
I don't know. Low key, I've been thinking, but I'm not to say I'm gonna stop making music or anything. If I do this, it's gonna be on top of every other music I've made. Like, but I low key wanted to be like a lawyer. Like, I be seeing certain stuff, and I feel like I can sue you. Like, that's how I've been feeling lately. I'm like, I've been seeing certain stuff, and I feel like if I was a lawyer, I'd be able to sue easily and win mad money. So that's something I'd do in the future, but not if the music won't work out, because the music won't work out because, like I said, it's mad lanes, and audio engineering lasts forever, songwriting lasts forever, and production lasts forever. So
there you go.
Facts.
There you go. There you go. But it's good to know that you have, you know, like some people get stuck and they don't think about other things, but the fact that you have that right there just goes to show that, you know, you're gonna do it, man. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. What advice would you give people your age right now as far as being focused?
I say, like, I see, and I commend y'all. I commend all of the young people and people my age, a little bit older than me, that's in New York City right now doing y'all thing, hustling. I recommend y'all, because I be looking. I have my ear to the street. I hear everything, every single thing. Just a little bit of advice. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep pushing. Keep y'all vision alive. But just move like a professional, and watch how your whole thing change. Like, watch how stuff start coming your way. Like, just move like a professional. Like, you don't gotta do the unprofessional stuff. Just move like a professional. People like that more. Like,
that's great advice. When you say move like a professional, break that down for them, because I know what you're talking about. But when you say move like a professional, break that down for them, because that is so true.
I'm talking about get a lifetime subscription with ASCAP, like, so they can protect your music, like stuff like that. Like, don't just be on Instagram all day making videos, because that's not gonna help your career. Like, I mean, it helps promotional wise, but I'm saying, imagine if you a beast at promotion and you a beast in the business. Like, you lit. I mean, that's how I feel. That's my advice from Joe Grammar. Like, if anybody want to hear it. Word.
Great advice. That is great advice, because a lot of us, we like to do things because we are talented in doing it. But this is a business world, and it's a professional world. So if you don't move like that and act like you know, that you will get overlooked.
Exactly. And then the higher ups treat you like you're just a promotional Instagram person. They don't treat you like a business person. But if they see you move like a business person, you got to treat a person like that. Like,
there you go.
Word.
That makes so much sense. I hope you guys getting these gems.
Come on, BD.
I hope y'all getting these jewels, because they definitely here.
Word.
You know, a lot of times when you see these YouTube videos and you really don't know the workings behind it, but when you sit down and talk to a person and you hear what they have in their head, then you really get to understand why this person is moving and why their stuff is coming out like this. Because again, I think that's why I gravitated towards your music, because I seen you have that one video where it has the tune and you explaining about who you are, and I said, yo, that's a terrific marketing tool right there.
Right.
And everybody need to definitely go to his page, Joe Grammar. We will have all of his information in the description, excuse me, Joe. And on the screen here, you're seeing it right now. Definitely check out Joe Grammar. You must check out Joe Grammar, because I'm telling you, the stuff is fire, it's new, it's heat. And I told you here on Arts and Magic, that's what I like to show. That's what I like to put out there. We got the holiday seasons coming around and stuff like that.
That's right.
And I'm quite sure you got some fire, some heat coming up. What you got coming up, man?
Nah, we definitely got a whole Christmas mixtape. I've been promoting heavy for like the last 3 weeks, man. If you go on Instagram, you'll see the snippets. It's been getting some reactions and stuff like that. But the concept behind this Christmas mixtape is just based off of the fact that there's a bunch of Christmas music, but it's not necessarily Christmas music that people in my area and my bracket would listen to and would enjoy. Like, I personally enjoy all of the old music too, like all of the old Christmas jingles and stuff like that. That's why I sampled it on the mixtape. Like, I sampled a bunch of renowned Christmas stuff. Like,
I can't wait to hear it.
So now it's just basically taking Christmas stuff and remixing it into a cake that tastes good for you. Like, basically, like,
facts.
That's what it is. Like. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be dropping visuals along with all of the like tracks on the track list. So
I need to get down with one of them visuals. I need to do one of your videos.
No, BD.
I definitely need to do one of your videos.
Yeah, but that's what's coming, man. It's real soon. It's right around the corner. Christmas is Monday, so It's gonna be out. We working. We're just working hard, trying to get to the next level.
That's dope. That's dope. You have a person to actually do your visuals for you also, you said?
Nah, I mean, my visual team, they shoot everything. I come up with the concepts and I edit all of the visuals, all my visuals that's released, all of my songs that's released. I engineered them.
You're about to get some help, brother.
Right, we gotta work. Come on.
You about to get some help, definitely.
It's lit. Arson Medj, man, we working.
2018. What you see?
2018, I see shows around New York City going crazy, just crazy. Like I did a show. Actually, it wasn't my show. It was a friend of mine's show, and he has a little bit of buzz. And mind you, none of my fans came out to that. So all of these shows that I'm coming out on is just always go crazy every single time. Like so, it's like 2018. Once I secure myself, we performing live. Like we performing live.
Where do you go to perform? Can you give insight? You have anything coming up like soon?
Not recently because I've been working on this project heavy. Okay. But Blackthorn is that's our venue, man. We turn that up like once a month.
Where's that located at?
Blackthorn is in Queens.
Okay.
It's in Queens. It's in Long Island City. Actually, it's deep, but people travel.
Right.
For a good time. Like
City,
it's a beautiful time.
Boroughs, yeah.
Exactly. We in the metro city. You can take a train anywhere. So I don't want to hear none of those excuses.
There you go.
But yeah, we turn out Blackthorn like once a month. But we're gonna get back into performance in 2018. I've just been working on this project, like head down in the books into this project. So.
Right. Listen, if you following, then you need to be coming out and showing some love. I mean, it's nothing but love, and the music is dope. So that's not even a question. That's not even a question.
I can say I get love. Like the people that support me, they show a lot of love. Like I appreciate that. It's gonna get bigger and bigger, and I show my love and support right back.
There you go.
You gotta reciprocate.
Right. That's definitely dope. Well, 2018 is right around the corner, and I know you're gonna be hearing a lot from this man right here, Joe Grammer. It's inevitable.
Definitely, no choice.
So be on the lookout because he's definitely coming. I'm so glad that you showed up, man. It was funny too because when I hit you up through Facebook, the man replied right back. I said, yo, this dude is real.
Ruby, my color of choice, red. Niggas be getting extorted, bad. She ran the racks in your piece. Up in juniors, we eating the cake. I'm from Brooklyn, nobody is safe. You was lacking, you thought you was safe. Niggas pussy, they don't want to shake.
Here he is right now, my man, Joe Grammer.
Yeah, we out here on Arson Medj.
Definitely. Yo, I want to thank you so much once again, man, for coming up here. Christmas Mixtape Volume 1. Everybody definitely come to Arts and Edge. Go to Joe Grammer's post. You're watching this right now. All of the information will be in the description where you can go see it. Please check it out. Show some love. This is Brooklyn, okay? New York is on the map, and much love to everybody else that's doing it. Everybody that's putting in work, because it's all music, it's all love.
Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
There you go. Joe Grammer, my man, thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
This is Arson Medj, SP. We out. Peace.